I'm Irene Szabo from Home Group Realty, and today I'm talking with Jessica and Donna from Modern Bride. They're located at 15 Woodland Street North, and we're going to find out all about their business and what they love about downtown. So welcome.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. So Modern Bride kind of describes what you do, but describe your business for the viewers.
You want to go?
You're the founder.
Okay. So our business we're in our 6th year now. We started in November 2013, and I opened the store with the thought in mind of a little more fashion-forward brides, girls having to travel all the way to Toronto to get something updated and trendy in the world of bridal. And so I thought, Guelph needs something like this. It's a young town, it's a university town, a lot of people stick around, and I really wanted something that, you don't have to go all the way to the city to have something beautiful and updated and modern. So we started very small, about 700 square feet. Just over on Carden
The
Street.
one on Carden Street,
Yeah,
right?
across
Yeah,
from
I used
City
to walk by you all the time.
Yeah, so that was the original start, and my mom came on about 6 months in, and kind of took us to the next level, and then we've only been in this space for 2 years, but we're very happy we've been in downtown the whole 6 years, so.
Yeah, and what an amazing space it is.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah, the renovation you have done is just absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Absolutely stunning. So, what drives you to do what you do? Like, what motivated you? I know you wanted to serve people and
also,
the young brides.
yeah,
so.
bring like a different experience to bridal too.
Mhm.
I found that a lot of traditional boutiques had traditional looks, but also girls were asking for more of an experience. So that's a huge part of what my mom does, not only in the space that we've renovated, but in the staff that I hire.
Okay.
So making sure that girls have a one-on-one experience, they're looked after and pampered, but also our staff's really down to earth, so you can talk about your concerns, your questions, keeping it young and fresh and just like easy. It should be easy. Girls are very, very stressed.
Yes.
They're stressed about the whole experience,
Yeah.
but this is one of the first stops for them. So you find your venue and then you find your dress,
Right.
and it's one of those things that it should be easy and laid back. And all of our staff is well versed on dealing with insecurities and just really helping support the bride in finding her dress.
Okay.
Yeah, we try to create, I think that the experience part of it is very much about making them feel really comfortable. They bring usually their moms and maybe their sisters and other bridesmaids and friends with them, and it's a very relaxed atmosphere, so we want everyone to just really have a good time when they're here. They hopefully only get married one time, and so our referral business is really based on who comes to the appointment and who has that experience, and then they refer, when they get married, they think, oh, I'm going to go to the Modern Bride and get my dress, or they'll tell their friends and things like that. So we have a good referral basis from that now.
Okay, so in the 6 years you've been in business, you have the bridesmaids coming back, perhaps the bride's friends.
Bride's sister,
We
they
had a
came the
bride
other
the other
day.
day.
Oh,
A bride bought her dress on Carden, and
Uh-huh.
her sister just got engaged, and she found her dress here over the weekend. So
nice.
she got to come back and see the new space, and it was
Yeah,
really,
she
really
came with her mom, and she's had a baby since then.
yeah. So it's nice
Yeah,
to
so we
see.
get to see a really beautiful evolution. of
Yeah.
family.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so you've already mentioned some of the differences. What is something people don't know about your business? Is there anything you haven't touched on yet?
Well, I think probably the biggest thing is because we do create such a wonderful client experience, I don't think people understand what goes on in the background. From the time a bride buys her dress, there are probably between 40 and 45 steps that we go through from the time they have their first appointment to the time they actually pick up their dress, between quality control and ordering and alterations and all kinds of things. There's so many steps involved, and that's for every single bride. So I think we didn't even really realize
No, you don't realize.
when we got into it
Yeah.
that it's like, oh, we have these great appointments, we buy the dress, it's so exciting, yay, we have some champagne, and then it really begins.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
then the ordering process, it takes 4 to 6 months to get the dress.
Wow.
Dresses come in, then the girls have to come in for their dress arrival appointment, make sure everything's all good, and there are several, many steps that go along.
Accessories, yeah.
Accessories.
So I think that in bridal too, there's a lot of magic in the background.
Yes.
So it's good to keep that kind of magic, but
Mhm.
just know that we're working really hard behind the scenes to keep all that magic alive.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. Kind of how it goes in real estate. I don't think people really have not realized how much a realtor does behind the scenes.
Exactly.
And I think you guys have the same philosophy. A, I do most of my business by referral.
Yeah.
But B, I want to keep it stress-free, and
Yes.
the house is stressful too, right?
Exactly.
So I work to keep it as stress-free. I keep the magic. I keep the drama behind the
Yeah.
scenes away from
Exactly.
the buyer or the seller.
Well, they really want to feel, they want their experience to be fun and relaxed and enjoyable.
Yeah.
So we have to do all that other stuff.
behind the
That
scenes.
happens.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome. Okay, here's always an interesting question. What are some odd requests you've had from clients?
You look like you have one already on the.
No, we get a lot of strange requests. Mostly, I think a lot of girls. We always tell girls if they have a friend who shopped with us, because usually in the 5-year span you go to several friends' weddings. If someone comes in and they've already bought the dress, if they don't make it known to us, we don't know. We don't want to steer them towards the same dress. Now there's over 200 dresses in the loft,
Right?
but chances are they do run into the same dress. So we've had girls want us to put dresses in the back so that their friend doesn't see them, which I totally get, because some girls don't bring their bridesmaids to an appointment, so they want it to be like a full surprise. So if someone says, hey, so-and-so just bought their dress here, can you let me know which one it is? Some girls are like, I don't want you to tell anyone who it is, what the dress is, and can you hide it so that no one knows until my big reveal?
Okay.
But I get that, that's part of it.
Yeah, you would hate to have someone who's in your
You want a real
bridal
surprise.
party or a very dear friend sitting at your wedding watching you walk down the aisle in her dress.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's enough dresses to go around,
There's-
so.
Yes, yeah. So you can take a couple out and hide them in the back,
Yeah.
and it'll all work out.
Mostly, most girls are okay with us just being like, okay, so-and-so, I know so-and-so's dress, I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you that, we'll lead you away from that
Yes.
area.
Okay.
There's lots of variety, almost every girl, even if a girl buys a very similar dress, I tell girls, you're wearing the dress, so
Yeah.
unless you look like her twin,
Mhm.
you're going to look different in it, you're going to
Yeah.
style it
And the
differently.
venue is different, the flowers are different, everything
So-
is different, so.
But
Yeah.
bridal, it's very cyclical, so we have new dresses coming in all the time.
Really?
So we try and move old inventory quickly, and so that every time, even within a couple months, if a girl bought her dress beginning of the year, by summer,
Mhm.
there's a whole new area of new dresses. So she's seeing new things all the time.
Are there seasons in this?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a fall and a spring season.
Okay.
So those are our buying times, and then it takes just as long for our samples to come in as bride's dresses. So our stock kind of changes over every 4 to 6 months.
And interestingly, people think that right now we're swamped, like it's busy, but technically our busy season for people buying dresses and coming and having appointments is
August onwards.
August
Well,
to
it's starting to
February.
pick up now. So
Okay.
this
Yeah.
kind of early season has been the crazy accessory season. So
Yeah.
everyone's buying their veil. All the dresses have come in.
Okay.
Girls are trying them on, so that's
Okay.
busy for us that way.
Mhm.
And then last minute girls are shopping right now,
Yeah.
but mostly it's accessories and alterations and pickups. And then now that July is here and all the teachers are off,
Right.
Now it's really
now
picked
it's
up,
everything's
yeah.
picked up till the end of the year.
But when Labor Day hits, it'll be,
Yeah.
that's
Because we're
our,
about a year out from
that's our
2020.
big.
Big time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I never knew that. Very interesting. What are your business goals over the next year?
Okay, should I address that?
Go ahead.
So we've had a huge growth in our business since we opened up. So as we were on Carden Street, it was really just Jess and I for the first year and a half, I think.
I think first
Um,
2 years. I don't think Wish came on until our 3rd year. She was
Okay.
only in Carden for a bit before we moved to boarding house.
Right. So we had just the two of us for 2 years, and then we had to hire someone because we were doing everything. And then we expanded. We were kind of delayed in this building, about 11 months behind schedule. So we were in a temporary location, actually over on Dublin and Waterloo, which is another very cool building, the old boarding house arts building.
Yes, I've been
We were on the
there.
second floor there for a little over a year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because we had to leave, we had to vacate Carden and this wasn't ready.
Okay.
So landlords at boarding house in here are the same.
Mhm.
So he rented us that space and said, when this is ready, we'll just move you over.
Mhm.
So anyway, we've grown and now we have a staff of 12.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we have, basically our sales have really, see, now we can do 3 appointments at a time.
Okay,
Whereas,
because of your space and
Yeah.
how it's organized?
so we have 2 here and we have a private room in the back, where in both of our other locations, we can only do 1 appointment at a time.
Okay.
So obviously that gives us a lot more opportunity. And I
Mhm.
think, you know, we kind of judge, I don't know, I think last year, 2018, we sold over 500 dresses.
Wow.
The year before, we'd only sold 215, I think.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing, Brooke.
Yeah, so this year we're hoping to get around, should be about 8.
Nice.
Yeah.
To 1,000. Let's go big.
800 to 1,000 dresses.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
And then 1,500 next year?
Yeah, well, there's really a lot of, like, we're looking at doing a lot of different things too, other than just bridal appointments, and Jess can be able to talk about that, because that has to do with our business growth.
Okay.
Because we once we fill our appointment spaces, we have lots of room for capacity, like we have, you know, especially during the
Most
week.
people are they're Friday, Saturday.
Friday,
Sunday.
Saturday,
Oh, are
Sunday.
they? Okay.
It kind of caps out at the end of the week, and
Okay.
it's really only, we're already filling our weekend spots, so we have to learn
Yeah.
to kind of like
Yeah.
go outwards.
We've extended our hours, we're open till 8 o'clock every night,
Okay.
we're open Saturday and Sunday
Mhm.
till 6.
Wow.
The only day we're not here is Monday, we
Okay.
have a day of rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I think we're trying to get into some different things with regards to growing our business.
Okay.
So yeah, my background is in event management.
Okay.
I went to school in Guelph, that's why I stayed here.
Okay.
I went to university, but I went for psychology, which is completely unrelated. But
It's
It
not-
helps
it's
with
not
the trauma.
unrelated.
It helps with the trauma.
Yes, yes. So I worked at a bar for a lot of years and an event hall, and a lot of my background is in pulling off events. So how I got into the wedding industry was working weddings and
Mhm.
coordinating weddings. So
Oh,
I
okay.
was I am technically a wedding coordinator. I don't do it anymore. I don't have time.
Yes.
But there's a lot of skills in that set that I'm not using anymore. So we're
Mhm.
getting into doing some mentoring, which I'm trying to build my mentorship program right now. We're doing, we're talking a lot of different media outlets, maybe a podcast. We're doing a little bit more with like videos and blogs, and just trying to reach out on different channels to kind of grow our business as one of our staff, Adele likes to say, build our mini empire. So that I think has a lot of moving parts.
Okay.
I'm in the process of writing an ebook right now. We're just like really evolving several parts of not just buying your dress, but there's a lot of experiences that people have here and with the wedding industry that we can really help with, I think. So that's the whole point. Plus, with our community involvement with Trees for Guelph, we're always trying to push our community involvement,
Mhm.
which we haven't had a ton of time to do because we've just been doing a lot of appointments for dresses. So
Right.
now that we have this big, robust staff, and the next steps are to go outside of the dress buying experience,
Mhm.
which we feel like we've got pretty much on lock,
Okay.
and explore other avenues that we're thinking about.
Awesome. So would the book be like a book to organize a wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So-
type of idea.
Yeah, so I don't use that breadth of knowledge anymore, so I really want to make sure, like, and people ask me all the time, either to go for coffee or girls sitting down here, they have a lot of just like little planner questions
Mhm.
that come up early, right?
Yeah.
Again, we're one of the first points of contact, so they have questions about like, what do I do next and what should I do this way? And so
Mhm.
I'm hoping that this will be kind of like a workable book that people can buy and use and just kind of help support them through their process.
Awesome.
And we're also gonna do like some workshops, and we did a
Yeah, our
panel.
space. Oh yeah, our Guelph Women Leadership.
Yeah, we did a panel of,
okay.
for the university, has Guelph Women in Leadership.
Yes,
group.
yes.
So we had some other local people that are in our industry.
Entrepreneurs, yeah.
So Blooms and Floros here, Jess and Marie was here, photographers. And basically we had a panel, and we had about 70 young women come, and we did like this kind of
It's like a-
interview process. And
Yeah,
it was,
Q&A.
yeah, it was all about, you know, us as entrepreneurs and starting the business and running the business and, you know, giving pointers. So it was a lovely evening. We had it in here, and it was
I'd like
very
to do
cool.
that again,
I'd like
yeah.
to do that again too,
And
because
workshops similar to that, where it's maybe a smaller group that can be like more one-on-one.
Mhm.
But that panel was really great because we had such, like all 5 of us that were on the panel, we're all kind of from different backgrounds, even though we're all in the creative
Yeah.
industry.
Mhm.
And so so Adele had like questions for us to all answer,
Mhm.
and then we turned it over to like a Q&A. So a lot of women got to ask questions because they're ready to dive in
Right.
to other kind of
Yeah,
avenues
it's
that they
very
didn't
fun.
really know how to
Oh,
do
wow.
that. Yeah.
So I'd like to do more of that too.
Mhm.
you know.
Very creative take to your industry.
Mhm.
Did you say Trees for Guelph was
Yes.
another thing? Okay.
So
Awesome.
we have had a relationship with Trees for Guelph since we opened, since
Okay.
the very first day we opened.
Okay.
So every time someone buys a dress, we plant a tree in Guelph.
Oh, lovely.
So yeah, we usually go at least to one of the planting ceremonies
Okay.
once a year,
Okay.
and we just did. Taylor and I went to the last one, and then the year before, I think Alicia and Taylor went.
Mhm.
So we participate in the planting, but we donate money every year. So this year we gave Trees for Guelph a $3,000 check to
Wow.
plant trees.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and hopefully, if our sales are good this year, I'm hoping it's going to be a little closer to almost $5,000.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we do that every year, and it's really great. I mean, it's really important to us. The
Mhm.
environment is very important.
Mhm.
We wanted something that,
Trees for Guelph is a good initiative too.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those ones that like it's local, so
Mhm.
when my mom writes a check,
Right.
we know exactly where it's going.
Yeah, the trees are in Guelph.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
not in the Okanagan.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's lovely too is when you go to the plantings is the community all gets together. So
Mhm.
the families come, they bring their kids,
Mhm.
everybody's planting the trees, they show you exactly how to do it, they bring all this stuff, it's just very
Wow.
fun.
Okay.
Like you can see the community coming together because the trees that they're planting are in their community.
Yes.
So the school kids, they go take field trips to plant these trees, and then sometimes if they do it on a weekend, it'll just be right in the neighborhood. It was packed.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really, really fun.
Awesome. What a great initiative.
Yeah.
And great that you support it.
Mhm.
Alrighty. What are your greatest challenges? Especially as such a fast-growing business, there's got to be something that's a bit challenging.
I got one.
Okay.
I think living up to expectations is a really, really big challenge. I think that the wedding industry and bridal in particular, having so many shows follow it that are not completely truthful.
Okay. Yes.
It's hard, I think, in adjusting expectations because we put a great deal of expectation on ourselves, which
Mhm.
we rise to every time.
Right.
A certain amount of customer service, diligence, all that stuff.
Mhm.
But I think that at the end of the day, we are still like humans, and this is still a physical product, and there are limitations that magic doesn't touch.
Mhm.
So even though we want it to all be a dream world and everything to go as smoothly as possible, we really, really appreciate those brides who have a pretty realistic understanding of what we can make happen and really communicate with us their wishes so that we can make it as easy as possible to get there. The gap in expectation is sometimes really difficult, and we want everything to be dreamy and magical, and sometimes it's hard. But a lot of people, I think in Guelph too, our Guelph brides are really, really
Yeah.
down to earth.
Very chill, it's lovely.
Okay.
And they're just very understanding that we're doing everything we can on our part, and we have very, very few complaints. Like, you can't be everything to everyone,
Yes.
obviously,
Mhm.
but that is really, really tough, the bridal. And I think that also translates to why girls are so stressed, because I think they have this idea of what it's supposed to be. This one day is so, so huge and weighty,
Mhm.
and then they have all these like family things that come up, and we hear a lot of, we're kind of like a little therapy session in the change room. When
Yes.
girls are having a hard time, it's very, very seldom to do with the dress
Mhm.
or us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're having this moment because of all the other things that are just evolving around this day.
Very
They're into just like take a couple steps down
Yeah.
and realize that you're getting married to someone and not putting on a show for the day.
Right.
And I think too, one of the things that we try with our staff, and our staff does such an amazing job. There's no pressure on our brides. We came to understand it's a different, we'll call it really a sales process, but if we don't have the dress that the bride loves, nothing someone is going to say is going to convince this girl to buy a dress. There's no pressure.
Right.
Like if she's uncertain, we'll say, you know what, maybe she go home and sleep on it, or she'll say it's between this and another dress. So we don't put any pressure whatsoever. And when we do that, you can see brides just relax, because our industry in general, a lot of our industry is commission based.
Right.
So the more dresses they sell, the better they do. So we don't have any of that. Our staff are not on commission. You know, everybody is we just want the bride to find her beautiful dress. So we will say, you know what, I understand, you know, perhaps we don't have your particular style or you haven't been able to find something today. You know what, based on what you've said, I think this is where you should go. Maybe try to make an appointment here next time and see if they have something that might work for you.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, people relax. Like,
Yes.
I think girls
Yeah.
feel so stressed and so much pressure, and they, you know, and I would imagine it's kind of intimidating when you have your family here and you're trying to, and sometimes we just, if it's not, you know, if she's not our particular bride, then she will find her dress in a different spot. And everybody downtown styles are different.
Yeah, you have to
So,
understand the niche of each dress. And us being the modern bride, we don't do a ton of ball gowns. We have some more like modern laces, but if a girl likes something that we just don't carry, we're pretty well versed on the niche that each of the stores kind of showcase. So we can make a proper recommendation. I think like being in the bridal world as long as we have now, I understand that not every bride is going to be our bride, which is an important part of all the businesses surviving together. Is if you're, you know,
There's lots to go around.
there's lots to go around, and just to understand why each bridal store hits each
And we
bride.
would really love it if they would still buy downtown, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ultimately, that's a great goal.